Hey everyone, welcome to part 4 of this mostly fresh start Lightning Elementalist with the Storm Halberd. So we got the level 68 last time. Our goal, obviously, hit level 70, get some gear upgrades, go to Ultimate, and see how far we can push on that. So just want to very quickly check normal difficulty, just because we've unlocked some of the farming spots in normal. I don't really want to redo that on Elite. We'll do it again on Ultimate, but I mean, Ordered of Nature's Bounty, like these are okay. Let's see a couple shots at a Storm Halberd. Maybe the Valexteria item as well. We get good roll on the correct Valexteria chest. That's probably what we do for endgame anyway, so it'd be nice to have that. Good evening, Azimavi. Welcome in. Prickly Biscuit, welcome in. Ancient of Protection. That is pretty nice, actually. This is level 70. This is going to give me Pierce Poison, Chaos, and Slow Res. We lose a bit of Pierce Poison, but it's a massive armor upgrade. +3 to Raging Tempest. And Torrent as well. That's pretty huge. I think we'll keep those. Let's go for Dreeg. Yeah, that's way better than Mystic of Destruction. Not even close. Prismatic of Selile's Malice. That's a pass. Alright, a couple more runs of the Halberd and the Dreeg Pants, and go back to Elite. Let's go Dreeg first this time. The Valexteria Ancient of Protection, I think, is in the firmly good enough category for a leveling piece of gear. And I think we got... we should equip this Shambler's Amulet as well. Just This also has +3 to temper and the OA to flame touch, which we've been going without for some reason. Lightbringers of Mending and Thunderstruck. Like, our Gaullus rings are not great, but that's kind of a pain to farm while leveling, so if we can just redo that at 94, that's what we'll do. Demonic of Blood. It's not worth picking up. Good afternoon, or I guess good evening to you, Susie, given the time difference. Good afternoon, Canadian guy. Welcome in. Yeah, I think 2 more runs max, and then let's just finish up Elite, or finish up to level 70 on Elite, equip our augments, and then go into Ultimate with XP pots. Yeah, so this was supposed to be a Red Dead day, but you have to be in the right headspace to want to play a basically new game, and I was in the mood for something comfortable. So, good old Grim Dawn leveling a new build. Much more relaxing. Menacing of Decay. Ugh. Hot garbage, all of you. Alright, I think this is the penultimate run, and then next time will be the last run. Yeah, you mean the low car fight itself, Canadian guy? All right. One last run, then we just can get to level 70 quickly and move to ultimate with the better gear. Yeah, low car. I mean, pre-Sunder low car was a lot easier, but yeah, now with the combination of the Sunder and the DA shred, which I think he always had the DA shred, but you know, taking say 50% more damage, and then you've got DA shred on top of that, means you're probably getting crit. So you either have a ton of leech and regen, you have some absorption, or something like that for that fight. I mean, Seal, things like Seal still work well against low card. They're not the god tier abilities they used to be. I mean, it used to be if you had a paladin with a decent amount of points in Seal and Ascension, you just stood there and face tanked and didn't care. That's no longer quite the case. Seal is still very helpful. And if you have decent sustain, you're still going to be fine, but... Alright. Aggressive of the Winter Storm. I mean, I don't think we're going to equip it, but... Ooh, Pyro, so yeah, you probably... Combination of not a ton of HP and trying to think, how do you even get them? I guess, yeah, Pyro. You probably play around Blast Shield. I was going to say you could probably face tank them. You're going to be pretty much invincible once Blast Shield goes off. When Blast Shield finishes, pop a cluster, and then you get a second run with him on Blast Shield. So if you have good damage on something like a Pyro build, the Blast Shield cluster, Blast Shield plus a couple of seconds of extra damage on top of that might be enough. Selling Sedina's Memento, that is that's always a rough one. Apparently enough people did that in this, or they feared people doing that in the season mod that they there's a way to get another one from Bourbon or something. All right. Hi, Misa. Welcome in. Level 60. What are you leveling with? Primal Strike, Cadence, Force Wave? I mean, there's so many choices on Mortar. Primal Strike. Okay, yeah, it's very satisfying feel to it. We could also make a run on the Shambler and Moneybags Martin on Elite because they'll be able to drop level 70 stuff. You want to try Dawnbreaker? I think way back in the day I did something like a lightning retail tactician, because I looked at the Inquisitor reward of renewal bonuses and they looked very shiny. In retrospect, I think Warder is a much better class for that build. Alright. Canadian guy has been hit by the ads that Twitch does not tell me how they work. I may see a penny of extra revenue because of that. Welcome back. As I was saying, it's like I've never actually signed up for. I've never told Twitch to run ads. They just do. So I'm saying maybe I'll get a penny for you watching an ad or something. Do my best to get me 5 pennies, even better. Yeah, I don't think I'm actually gonna do that quest. Let's kill Moneybags Martin and the Shambler. I will try not to spend all 5 pennies in one place. Tacticians of the Eagle. So, what does Tacticians give me? It's not entirely clear. I think we forgot the Kilduranian Devil's Crossing, so he's just a quick, easy kill for. See how much XP does he give us? 1300. It's really not that good. Oh well. Shambler. And maybe we do the Coven quest line as well. That's relatively easy, relatively quick experience. Could have just used an XP pot for Elite, but just kind of thinking this would go a little faster. Prismatic of Ruin, so that is it's objectively worse than what I have. Silvaria. Alright, see totem, click totem. Fishing hat, welcome in. I mean, it was called the Dismal Science for a reason. Whether or not you think that reason is valid or not is a separate matter.
Have you found the good?
184,000, and we're should be able to pretty easily deal with the last few quests, get to level 70. So on an SSF run, we go through Malmoth. We get revered with Black Legion and Malmoth Resistance for the XP pots and the armor augments and such. Forgotten Gods I typically don't bother with. So yeah, right now we're just doing quests until we hit level 70. Then we can swap out some gear, put on augments, and go to ultimate with our XP pots. When I'm speed leveling, I do shrine hopping on normal, and then I do Acts 1 through 6 on elite, and then I switch to ultimate. So yeah, I guess no matter what I do, if unless you count Forgotten Gods, I do all of the game on elite.
Have you everything? Praise the three. The ritual was a success.
And somehow that's not enough. Alright, let's just run through maybe Crown Hill and kill some random crap for 25,000 XP. Forget how glacial leveling can feel without the XP pots at some point. Especially when you have a target you're trying to get to. There we go. All right, so that will take. All right, Lightbringers. This is a higher level one of these. Does have better attack speed, so it's probably a. The health regen's nice. Hard to say what's better. We have a. Where's our other Valkysteria piece? Oh, here we go. Okay, so a Wardstone is going to fix my Elirez, I think. Let's just make sure that's all right. These are all 10% over. All right, these are now 28, so these will at least be capped. So Pierce Poison's a problem. Bleed's going to be a bit of an issue. Let's see. Yeah, Aetherez is a little weak. We could actually do an Aether Soul here. I don't know if the energy is going to be a problem though, so I think for the time being we're going to keep the Ectoplasm and see what else we can maybe do. This gives us Pierce and Poison and Chaos Res, but not a ton of them. All right, let's sell some items. This is a decent item, but we're just not going to use it. This is. I was curious. Two-piece Praetorian. I mean, problem with two-piece Praetorian is it's impossible to take off, basically. So I don't really want to use it for that reason. It's a little, not having any Moneybags Martin medals that have resistances feels a bit unfortunate. Alright, that gives us a bit more Aether overcap. It's still not great. We need a ton of poison res and a little bit of Aether. Bleed is going to be unfortunate for a bit. But you know, we're going to take a Purified Salt on the weapon. It's the responsible choice. This is so boring and unsatisfying, but it gives us Aether and Chaos overcap, so we don't have to worry about those now. Have to worry a little bit about Bleed, but Elemental is okay. So we can basically just use Pierce Poison augments. Alright. That is good enough for now. Now we can find our Hexer's Delight. Throw that on the Rings and Amulet. Throw a Potent Creed's Cunning on this. Alright, our HP is up to 18k now. DPS is alright. Yeah, we've got all of our devotions, so... And we'll take the Chains of Oleron. And we hit level 75. These pants are just basically better in pretty much every way, except we lose a little bit of OA, but that could be worse. Oh yeah, and we have a bunch of extra points in Torrent too, so... Okay, let's go to Ultimate. Some pieces of armor could still use some upgrades, but... Okay, let's drink the XP pot. 60% bleed res I would like to do something about, but what's up, Master Halls? Welcome in. Alright, so we need a couple slith necklaces. Ooh, what kind of witch hunter? Thinking acid, chaos? ABB Ring of Steel. bio launcher. So a bio launcher of the Venom Claw or a Venom Fang version. I've heard that weapon is fun, but not necessarily S tier. But of course, if you just want to play a fun build, I'm sure you can have a blast with it. Alright, this time we'll actually repair the bridge. They may have slightly buffed the bio launcher recently. I know they've been working on it a little bit. Don't worry, we'll do the totem. I think plus the brute force is nice. These resistances are pretty insane. I think we will keep these as a item that's worth sort of keeping around. So if we get some good gear and we lose a bunch of pierce poison res, it's nice to know that we have a good impervious roll on some gloves with relevant damage. We should go to Whitemire. Do that. Sleuth Necklace quest.
The dead attack a creep. I need some time.
Welcome to my bedroom. We've been so have
What do you want?
Greetings, chat.
What's with all the cabins can prevail. It's up to me. Maybe click. Electric well. Good, you're one of my. You. That's good work there, Van Warden.
Alright, we'll soft cap brute force. Hopefully it gives us a bit more damage. And let's see, what else can we do? Soft Cap Vindictive Flame for now. Oh, did we forget to rescue Luther? We're going to go back and do that. Did I just maybe not click through? But I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe he is over here. Let's before I assume I didn't click the dialogue, let's go to the third location. And here he is. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to do Praetorian set this time around. Good day, welcome in, Viley. Oh, Gun Miso. Turtle carried by 2 elephants seems a bit much for an entire galaxy. Yeah, the death totem, as it's called, typically has some tanky mobs and they can do some damage too. Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you, Miso. It's in the list. It's in the category of stuff I've been told I should read that I haven't read. Cold PV Spellbreaker. I'll take a look. Once Krieg is dead and wheel time books are definitely not short. All right, so do we lose anything? Okay, we lose a little bit of OA. And now we have 20,000 health at level 75. Just shaman and tree things.
Is it fit? The warden's defeat is a
I mean, Wheel of Time is absolutely a commitment. I can completely understand not having that in you.
Speak at last. I cannot.
But it's not like you have to read Wheel of Time 14 books and read nothing else in between.
Had foreseen. The three had to go to the center.
The emissary warned.
I could hear the bat. Up.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Okay, hang on. These are the empowered version of what we have. Okay, so way more armor, adds more Aether Res, adds more Ele Res, more OA, more damage. Yeah, that's just... There's no reason you don't take these. Oops. And we'll take the... I guess we'll take the Unholy Inscription. We can find them. Oh, there we go.
Come see what's left of my wares. See you around.
Alright, let's... Quick look at resistances. Bleed is still rough. Everything else seems okay. Alright, let's see what Viley's got. Spellbreaker, he mentioned Speaker of the Dead and Arcanum Gun. So just, you have the Chill Whisper for the full Cold Blade Spirits, Ring of Anubar, Kavoran's Chest for PB and Heartseeker, Market Consumption for Leech to PB, Gargoyle Belt, Serenity, Amatok Step, Dread Chill. Alright, so you've got Pierce the Cold for Phantasmal Blades, and you've got basically pretty close to... oh no, you have easily 100% Vit to Cold global. Like, it's insanely more than 100% Vit to global. Viticold Global. And Chaos to Cold somewhere. Ah, okay. The gun gives you the Chaos to Cold. The offhand gives you Pierce to Cold. Then your Vit to Cold is global. Okay. That all makes sense. And you've got Craval as well. Not that you need the conversion, but the skill points for that are very nice. Alright, yeah, so Ring of Steel is just one pointed and full cold. Phantasmal Blades is no extra projectiles, but reasonable amount of modifiers. And hopefully, as Arcanist, you don't run into energy problems. And you've got some cold devastation, but not not full uptime probably, and not hard cap. But that's fine since you're basically a PB build. It's devastation's a bonus. What's your global CDR? Okay, global CDR 36%. So you have like 55-60% uptime on the devastation. It's not terrible. Naliak, flattery will get you everywhere. Welcome in. If you're doing well. How much HP do you lose on this one with the new patch, Viley? Do you know yet, or still trying to work that out? It's like, I mean, OA, DA, like DA could be a little bit higher, but that's kind of life. Cast speed is great. Uh, Sustain is probably not amazing just because I think you have a little bit of leech, but it's basically, I guess the second node of PB helps a bit with the sustain. It's more than just the 6% from the first one, but yeah, the damage modifiers and such all look good. Like the concept seems very workable. Health might be a bit on the low side. Hopefully, if you get good DA rolls, although you do have Veil of Shadow and you do have Rumor, presumably, so I mean that is an extra 230 effective DA, so I guess it's really not that bad. Yeah, having the absorption from Mavens definitely helps. Your practically your HP is a little bit higher when you have absorb like that.
close the camp.
Alright, I guess for ultimate we can give you the dynamite.
Keep your weapons where I can see.
I might have just turned in that royal jelly quest without checking to see if I actually have what I need. So we're gonna pick up some royal jelly and dump it on the ground to make up for it. Alright, we'll get Thermite Mine up to 13. That's sort of the diminishing marginal returns point. What are you asking about?
Well, damnation. Now that
All right, 10 points blast shield. Barnabas.
friend, right to business.
Hang on. As far as resistances go, this is an insane belt. It's relevant damage. It's more armor than we have. Its relevant damage is pierce, poison, elemental, a bit more bleeding res. When we lose +3 to temper, I think that's more than worth it. Ow. Yeah, I'm just going to use a cluster and get as much as I can out of that. Is he almost dead at this point? Yeah, he, even with the, like, the side swipe is scary. And that wasn't even really a good one. Superior to the Abomination. But yeah, we were getting chunked by the side swipe pretty aggressively, and we have 20k health. I don't think we are ever really in any danger, but 20k is a lot of health at level 79, but still, you want to be respectful of this boss at least. Alright, I think we'll get out to Prospector's Trail, and then I may see if we can get a level 82 or 84 halberd, depending on
I haven't been entirely. I came.
what level it is. Valid point, Viley. I could pick some of this stuff up, but I'm being a little bit lazy. Not nearly as much as on a normal SSF run. Plague Bearers of Sanctification. That's a winner right there. Yeah, Rhyme-Frost of Frostbite is the sort of roll that you can plan on getting something equivalent without an insane amount of re-rolling. Then yeah, you get something better, then use it. Yeah, when I'm planning on a non-SSF build, I do the same. For SSF, I kind of will look and say, I'll put on at least a few affixes. Like, if I have 5 greens, I can probably get Impervious on one of them. Things like that, where as long as you get one roll somewhere, it'll fix your resistances. Like, I think that you can kind of plan for, as long as it doesn't have to be a specific piece of gear. Just like, I need an Impervious roll, I need a Readiness roll. Like, those are things that you'll get. Just might not be with perfect other affixes. We out. Okay, you know what? We'll sell stuff and come back. Yeah, sometimes RNG is just not on your side. All right. For the moment, I'm going to do this on the amulet. Get our bleed res a little more respectable. Don't love it, but it is the right choice. And with that, we're level 79. Our XP pots run out, so I'm going to drop down to again normal. See if we can farm a 82 or 84 halberd just to have a weapon upgrade in a little bit. Wow, 3 runs with no halberds. I haven't gotten that deep yet, so the two bosses in here are really my only shot, or rather the best shot. All right, we got one. Charged of Thunder, I mean... Apparently, some massive damage increase. So we'll take it. And we'll go back to Ultimate. Do you... let me scroll up and find the link. I'm inclined to say no just because I don't love Dryad. I think you want... Okay, yeah, this is your... Looks like I already had it up. I hadn't closed out of it yet, but... Dryad seems, at first glance, kind of rough to get. So with your CDR, it's proccing every 2 seconds. And it's healing you for like 2,500. That seems not amazing to me. Like it's better than nothing, but it's probably not worth it. So I'd say no. All right, we were going to drink another XP pot. And this is level 84. Okay. Did I not get the next rift? Alright, whatever. what's... We're, I see. Alright, resummon Wind Devils. We got a bunch more RR on them now. Yeah, let's see. Kerval, you lose the +3 Nether Edge, which looks like you have the points for if you wanted to take them from somewhere else, and those are the ones. I was going to check. Those are the ones without health. So yeah, you get. Yeah, I think the Kerval. If the Moosey shoulders don't have health, I think the Kerval shoulders are probably just better. Kerval, in theory, is also easier to farm. Now, there's a lot of random elites here. Yeah, I suppose if you're doing SR for most of your farming and not target farming the mobs, then it's less of an advantage. But if you're going to target farm one of them for 30 or 40 times to see what you got, Kerval's a lot easier to get. Magi's of Clout. Yeah, more more CDR, more I think that gives you casting speed as well, so that would easily cap that. Ooh, +3 devastation. Yeah, that's... There you go. Yeah, that sounds like a winner. It fills so many holes in the build, which lets you get some other positivity. by far the most iron I've ever had on a level 80 character on an SSF run. Probably will need all of it and then some, but okay, you're a healer. I don't know if that was unfortunate. Yeah, it's a decent roll, but just farm the heck out of Craval. I'd say, Viley. Mythical Havoc. Great if we were planning a Havoc Tactician. We, however, are not.
These are... So how do good work? I wasn't sure. I wish I'm going to check.
I'll skip the... You were joking, right? The Legion is split on two fronts.
And I can't do anything smaller than a laptop for gaming. I think you're almost certainly crazy for saying that. The entire point of these big industrial operations is the consistency. I think I had a Game Boy way, way, way back in ancient history in my life. Yeah, getting the right shoulders from Craval can take a little bit of patience. I think I use Craval shoulders on my SSF Vitality PB build. And I definitely got some pet shoulders along the way. Alright, I think we'll actually fight Gallus. So level 84 ring with good rolls might sustain us to endgame if it's good enough. Alright, I guess we have to sell stuff again. So the problem with picking up all the stuff, we keep having to take breaks to go back to the vendor.
Come see what's left of my wares. Put it to good use.
Demonic of the board, pet shoulders. Yeah, I mean, making Coca-Cola isn't the hard part. Making Coca-Cola at an industrial scale consistently and having the reputation with the consumer that knows what they're getting when they buy your product, that's the hard part. Like, the whole secret formula in the vault thing is just a bunch of marketing. Vengeful. I mean, mixing is the hard part if you don't have the equipment, sure. That's valid. Impervious of the Diviner. I mean, we don't really need another impervious, but I mean, it's casting speed, which is pointless for us, a ton of pierce poison, and elemental res, reduced stun duration. Divine must be a reduced stun duration, and chaos damage. I mean, it's not the worst roll. Yeah, I mean, it's the same with craft beer and, like, Budweiser. Speaking of craft beer, I am probably going to go out and buy some craft beer once this stream is over. My local shop tends to get in a bunch of stuff on Wednesday, so it's always interesting to see what they got in. I mean, anything in excess is not good for you. I don't feel good when I drink a lot of soda or sugary stuff. I think we only have one of the two glands. Yeah, I am with you on leaving the butt on the shelf, Susie. You can get a better basic lager from craft beer breweries. Plus, it's not even my favorite beer. A nice crisp pilsner. If I on a hot day, German Hefeweizen. See, New England American thing, but I'm a very big IPA fan. Though that makes a lot of people recoil in disgust, but they are huge here, and I've always enjoyed them. Cocktails are very good. Big fan of martinis, Manhattan, Aviation, Boulevardier, Negroni. Occasional rum cocktail too is very satisfying. If you want to do something completely heretical, make a sidecar, but substitute brandy for Lafroig to give it a very smoky flavor, which I enjoy, and some people think is the worst thing they've ever heard. The Lafroig sidecar is a very divisive idea, but I stand by it. File under things I'm not reading in chat, Master Halls. No, I know what it is. I'm just not being clipped reading that. Good to know, Miso. I will not do that. Level 84.
There was much I see my scouts have reported.
Olgrim.
Just the person. There are two other. The one you.
How much does Kaimon hate us? Not nearly enough. God, that's gonna be a grind. Maybe we just do SR and pray for the Iron Maiden shoulder. Alright. Alright, so we go Potent Creed's Cunning. I'm just gonna craft the Purified Salt. It's easier that way, and they're cheap. Nice little DPS boost. Sell some stuff while we're here. I think we're going to use this helm for a moment. But we need a little more physique. Alright. Next level, we should be able to swap it out. That sounds terrible, Miso. I mean, that's also for a 6-year-old, maybe not unreasonable.
May this.
I don't know if that's quite enough to need therapy, but maybe if it's combined with enough other issues, Coca-Cola coffee sounds like something that should die a painful death and never be seen again. But I would prefer it to I would drink Coca-Cola coffee if we could redo the Star Wars sequel trilogy and actually make it good. You've got to prioritize. Heir to the Empire by Timothy Zahn. Yes, absolutely. There are other expanded universe books that are very good, but that has to be my favorite. Heir to the Empire, Dark Force Rising, and The Last Command are the three books. It was a very artfully done series. And those of you who have read it know exactly why I use that exact phrase. So, I make a point of calling Disney canon Disney canon.
I am told that I could not. When the Legion was forced.
Because while at some level whoever owns an IP does kind of get to decide what canon is, I do think that fandom is not entirely without recourse. Obviously, if Disney says X is canon, then from Disney's perspective, that's what it is. But we have every right as fans to say X is stupid and all of these things were better done and these are cool stories. So, as far as I'm concerned, this is how Star Wars played out. It may not It may not be canon, but it's a hell of a lot better than canon. I don't think they're scared to take risks. I think they just take stupid risks. And the people who wrote the sequel trilogy didn't understand the original characters. Or if they did, they just deliberately decided to butcher them for no reason. Either way, I have an extremely dim view of Disney and, frankly, Amazon. For I have no desire to watch Rings of Power after what I've read about it, and the less said about the Wheel of Time TV show, the better. Sadly. I mean, you had the ultimate Witcher fan in Henry Cavill, and you couldn't manage to keep him on the series, which feels like a damning indictment of the people who are responsible for producing The Witcher. The thing is, old Disney movies were, for the not maybe if not amazing, they were at least good. And now we have live action remakes and things that nobody ever asked for or needed, but I guess they're cheap. Or no, they're not cheap, but they're easy. And, having showrunners and actors who don't like and sometimes vocally tell you they don't like the original source material doesn't do you any favors. Alright, we need to sell more stuff. Yeah, I'm not picking up any of this though. We're just going to go get the next Rift Gate, sell some stuff, switch helms. Of course, we're going to keep mythical runic bracers because we always keep mythical runic bracers on these runs, it seems. actually kind of curious. Doesn't even, really doesn't even do that much damage. Like this is not, this is not even worth it, really. I'm just curious what it looks like. I mean, Primal Strike basically does more damage than that. It's pretty pathetic. Alright, resummon the Wind Devils. Soft cap this. Let's go health regen. Alright, base health regen is now 3355. And 7 out of 10 is at least you can sit through, watch it, and it's not the end of the world. Our OADA is pretty rough. Yeah. Too many movies, too many TV shows, too little time. no promises on watching watching any movie at this point, but I will. How whenever I get around to that first book of that, I think it's the Gunmetal saga that was on sale for 99 cents that I bought book one of. I'll let you know. Are you? Did you pick that up as well, Miso? You did for 18 euros. Okay. All right. Well, basically, I think we'll. Let's see. Where are we? How are we doing time wise? We've got a few more minutes. I am gonna stop right at the 3 hour mark today. We'll raid out, but maybe we'll do the theory lessons quest a couple times.
Why do you have such a grim look? I've already.
Although I think we could use shoulders with more armor. What is this? Elemental and bleed. We lose Aether and Chaos. But we get... You know what? We can afford to lose these resistances. Apparently these are good too. We could do a second... Scaled hide for armor absorption. Obviously, this is not an endgame piece, but it's decent armor. And for a little extra overcap, we can pop a Mankind's Vigil on. I'll throw another one. Oh, and we don't need the bleed overcap anymore, so we can do another Hexer's Delight on the amulet. It's up to 23,000 health. It's pretty wild. And I guess we can start on Hidden Path, maybe. Finish Malazan. I mean, that's 10 books. That's going to take a while, but If you mean stop being lazy and finish the first book so that I can start the second book, then I am wholeheartedly with you. Mystic of Scorch Runes. That's a hard pass. Okay, we'll get the Salile pants and Runestone. Oh, I have Microsoft Excel. Dominators of the Aether. That's a no. Alright. So, I think this is a reasonable stopping point. Let me get you guys a quick Grim Tools. And we'll finish this over the weekend. This was supposed to be a Red Dead Redemption 2 day. We'll still do that tomorrow, but some days I'm just in the mood for something familiar, and Grim Dawn is going to win on all of those days. So I would imagine Saturday we should easily get to level 100. Okay, we sent you to Rainin last time. We'll change. We'll keep switching it up. He is Rainin streaming as well, but I'll send you over to Warborn today. Appreciate everyone hanging out. Like I said, play some Red Dead Redemption 2 tomorrow. I'll probably look up some stuff so that I am not completely floundering around for 3 hours. And we'll be back to continuing this build on Saturday and Sunday. So hope to see you guys then. Have a good one.